Hey guys, Hammer back with another review. First, though, I'd like to thank Rick from Down to Movie for shouting me out in his live stream. Really appreciate that. I got a lot of new subscribers from it. I also want to thank people who have subscribed. I know not Noah, um, Physical Media Man, PlatX2, he's got a new channel. I really liked his first video. So thanks for the subscriptions. Also, Joe Martinez, thank you, and Marie. They've talked to me about some things and stuff, and I appreciate that as well. And Cinema Sickness, I've reached out to him, and he's discussed some things with me. So anyway, I just appreciate all the YouTubers that are kind enough to welcome others into the field here. So anyway, thanks to you guys. I appreciate anyone who has subscribed. And without further ado, let's get into the review. I've got... So, first I should say that right now I do not have internet. So if I want to watch Netflix or Hulu or something like that, I have to stream it on my phone. I do have unlimited data, so it's not the hugest deal to do that, but you know, not the funnest thing in the world to hold your phone up in front of your face all the time. So anyway, all that to say that I picked up Stranger Things, the 4K Blu-ray pack that looks like a VHS. Back, I'll read what it says here on the back. A love letter to the 80s classics that captivated a generation. Stranger Things is set in 1983 Indiana, go Hoosiers, where a young boy vanishes into thin air. As friends, family, and local police search for answers, they're drawn into an extraordinary mystery involving top secret government experiments, terrifying supernatural forces, and one very strange little girl. So, you know, I just like the look of this. I'll say that this is a show that when I first watched it, I wasn't super like engaged in it. I wasn't paying attention necessarily. I was on my phone and stuff, and like I didn't really give it a fair shake. So this time around, I actually sat and watched and paid attention, and super engrossing this time. Like I loved almost everything in this. Obviously, it's got it's a boys on bikes kind of genre. It's almost a subgenre at this point. So it's reminiscent of It versus, I'd say, Carrie. Well, Pennywise versus Carrie from It and Carrie. Stephen King influence for sure. They even name drop Stephen King. And then, you throw in a government lab and stuff like that. So anyway, great story. Looks beautiful. Like, some of the outdoor daylight photography is just like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not someone who knows a lot about the photography and stuff, but I just know that when I look at the outdoor photography in this, I'm really kind of blown away compared to a lot of other stuff. And I was just watching the Blu-rays because I don't have a 4K player at the moment. So really good stuff. And this can be had for under $10 shipped at the moment. So for season 1. And I also just ordered season 2 because I enjoyed this so much. So let's get into the packaging. When I first unwrapped this, it was sealed tight, and I was like picking at this thing. I was like trying to pull this out. I couldn't figure out. I was like tugging at this, and it wouldn't come. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I put my finger under here, and I think I might have ripped this. I mean, it's meant to look a little distressed, but if you can see right there, I think I ripped it. Or maybe it's meant to look like that. I really don't know, to be honest. But all that to say that after I tugged and pulled and tried and everything, it suddenly just dropped right out. So maybe I just needed to let it relax for a few minutes after being in the packaging, but you know, here's the look of it. You got the faux rental stickers. Pretty neat. I really like this packaging. And then it pops open. It's got like some magnets in there. And you get a little poster right there. It says it only gets stranger. And then this comes with the 4K on this first part and the Blu-ray inside, but I switched them just because I don't have the 4K player, so I kept those just down here in the bottom safe, and I got my Blu-ray right here. I do maybe intend to get a 4K player at some point, but it'll be a little bit. As far as the quality of the discs, I already said, you know, that it looks great. One weird thing is that when you put the disc in, at least on my player, there is no way whatsoever to get to the menu. It has two previews, one for the second season of Stranger Things, which if you're just getting ready to watch the first season of Stranger Things, you probably don't really want to see the second season's previews, I think. So that's not too good. And the second thing is The Defenders, I believe, on Netflix. There was no way to skip it. Top menu, pop-up menu. I tried to skip forward. I tried to, just zip forward. Not happening. None of it was allowed. So I had to sit there and watch both trailers. Again, not the hugest deal, but sort of frustrating that you can't avoid watching the second season trailer, for me personally. But another weird thing that happened on the disc, and I think it was the disc, I really don't have any way of knowing for sure, but it's the only disc that's done this, and it may have only been the second disc. I'm not positive on that, but I actually tried other discs after I watched this, and none of them did it, so I'm suggesting it's probably the disc, is that if I would pause it, the sound would drop out about like 10 levels. And so I either had to turn it up higher than normal, or I had to push rewind on the remote and then play. So it's not the hugest deal. I was always able to take care of it. I just rewound it and pushed play again, and the sound would come back, but I don't know what that is and why that happened. So some issues with the discs themselves, but as far as what you're watching, definitely a great show, and I am super excited to check out the second season. So again, Stranger Things on 4K and Blu-ray. The second season, I think I just picked up the Blu-ray only because it was about $10 cheaper at this point. I think the 4K Blu-ray was about $23, and just Blu-ray DVD set, I think was about $13. So since I don't have a 4K right now anyhow, I figured, well, I'll just pick up the Blu-ray because it looked great on the first season anyway. So eventually I'll probably have a video of that up. But yeah, Stranger Things season 1, really great. Appreciate you all watching. If you don't mind, subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell if you don't mind, and let me know what you think of Stranger Things season 1 yourselves. And my next video will probably be a 60s cartoon series, so hit me up in the comments. Guess what cartoon series you think I might be covering next. Anyhow, thanks guys, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.